In this video, we'll be taking a look at two NBA games happening on May 10, 2024, and providing you with free team picks and total picks for each one of those games, so 4 picks in total. Welcome back to Cash Out Sports. Let's dive right into it. Oh, and don't forget to subscribe and to click the bell icon to get notified as soon as these videos get released, so that you have more time to plan out your bets as we provide these videos on a daily basis. I can guarantee that you'll have all the important information that you'll need on these two NBA games after fully watching this video. One more thing before we start, if you would like to gain access to our best exclusive sports picks to take your journey to the next level, then check out our Patreon in the link down below where we offer our best single picks, parlay picks, and much more. Now let's get started. New York Knicks versus Indiana Pacers. The Eastern Conference semifinal series between the New York Knicks and the Indiana Pacers moves to Indianapolis for Game 3, slated for Friday night. New York, with a season record of 56 wins and 43 losses straight up, and a betting record of 47 wins, 40 losses, and 3 ties against the spread, now holds a commanding 2-0 series lead. They clinched their advantage with a 130-121 victory over the Indiana Pacers, who finished the regular season with 51 wins and 40 losses straight up, and 48 wins, 39 losses, and 3 ties against the spread. Eager to further assert their dominance in the series, the New York Knicks seek to extend their lead to 3-0 following their hard-fought 130-121 triumph over the Pacers in Game 2, which unfolded on their home court Wednesday night. The Knicks, led by Jalen Brunson's stellar performance with 29 points and 5 assists on 11 of 18 shooting, saw additional strong showings from Og Anunoby and Dante DiVincenzo, each contributing 28 points, while Josh Hart notched 19 points along with an impressive 15 rebounds and 7 assists. Despite facing early struggles, evidenced by a 57% shooting accuracy from the field and sinking 14 of 30 attempted three-pointers, the Knicks rallied from a 12-point halftime deficit, turning the tide of the game with a remarkable 36-18 third-quarter surge. Brunson, especially, displayed resilience, delivering 24 of his 29 points in the second half despite contending with a foot injury that briefly forced him out of the game. Meanwhile, the Indiana Pacers find themselves ruining missed opportunities following their inability to seize a crucial chance to level the series on the road. Despite a commendable effort, highlighted by Tyrese Halliburton's 7 successful three-pointers en route to a team-leading 34 points and 9 assists, supplemented by Obi Toppin's 20 points off the bench and Andrew Nembhard's 15 points on a 7 of 9 shooting record, the Pacers faltered in the face of the Knicks' resilience. Although they shot at a respectable 51% from the field and connected on 15 of their 34 attempted three-pointers, their momentum waned in the third quarter, ultimately unable to contain the Knicks' Brunson, whose standout performance proved pivotal in deciding the closely contested match. Heading into Game 3, the Knicks have already ruled out Og Anunoby, with Jalen Brunson listed as questionable. On the Pacers side, attention is focused on Tyrese Halliburton, whose availability remains uncertain due to back spasms. Pacers fans may find themselves on edge as their team faces an uphill battle against the Knicks. Despite commendable offensive displays, highlighted by efficient shooting from Indiana, the Knicks have been formidable opponents, particularly with their exceptional shooting accuracy. However, the Knicks' shooting prowess may not be sustainable, especially on the road, and the potential absence of Brunson could diminish their offensive potency, providing the Pacers with an opportunity to capitalize and potentially shift the series' momentum. With a strong home court advantage and potentially favorable health conditions, the Pacers stand poised to secure a victory and narrow the series deficit. Considering their previous success at home and the Knicks' vulnerabilities, a victory by a considerable margin seems plausible. Therefore, the Indiana Pacers to win and cover the spread as favorites is our full game side pick. The series thus far has been characterized by high-scoring affairs, with both teams averaging 244.5 points per game, surpassing the 117-point mark in each encounter. Notably, 91 of their combined games during the season have resulted in hitting the over. Moreover, both teams boast potent offenses, ranking among the top 4 in the postseason, while their defenses rank among the bottom 4. Taking into account their regular season matchups, which also witnessed high-scoring contests, and the strategic depth of both teams, particularly Indiana's rotation of 4 bench players, a continuation of offensive fireworks seems likely. Although the Knicks may lack depth, their other starters have demonstrated the capacity to step up when needed, ensuring a competitive spectacle for Game 3 and beyond. In terms of scoring averages, the Knicks are registering 113 points per game in the playoffs, closely trailed by the Pacers with an average of 114.5 points per contest. Such offensive proficiency has been evident throughout the series, with both teams consistently putting up impressive numbers. Given their past encounters, where 4 out of 5 matchups exceeded the 235-point mark, and Indiana's strong home scoring record, there's a compelling case to anticipate another high-scoring affair. Thus, aligning with the team's offensive prowess and the trends observed in their previous meetings, over the projected total emerges as our full game total pick. Denver Nuggets vs. Minnesota Timberwolves. Game 3 of the Western Conference semifinals takes place when the Denver Nuggets travel to take on the Minnesota Timberwolves. Minnesota has jumped out to a 2-0 lead in the series, winning both games on the road and stealing home court advantage. They won both games outright as underdogs. They were 5.5-point dogs in Game 2, but ended up winning by 26 points in a blowout. Anthony Edwards and Karl Anthony Towns both scored 27 points in the win. The Denver Nuggets find themselves in a precarious position, their backs against the wall after falling behind 2-0 in the series, suffering a crushing defeat with a 106-80 scoreline in Game 2 on Monday. Despite Aaron Gordon's leading contribution of 20 points, Nikola Jokic's double-double of 16 points and 16 rebounds, accompanied by 8 assists, and Justin Halliday's 13 points off the bench, the Nuggets struggled to find a rhythm. Their offensive woes were compounded by a lackluster shooting performance, hitting only 34% from the field and 30% from beyond the arc. Their struggles began early, scoring a meager 35 points in a forgettable first half. Amongst their woes, Jamal Murray endured a particularly rough outing, shooting a mere 3 of 18, tallying just 8 points. On the flip side, the Minnesota Timberwolves are riding high on confidence following their commanding victory in Game 2, spearheaded by Anthony Edwards' explosive 27-point performance alongside 7 assists. Karl Anthony Towns' formidable double-double of 27 points and 12 rebounds, complemented by Naz Reid's impactful 14-point contribution off the bench. The Timberwolves showcased their offensive prowess, shooting an impressive 50% from the field and 39% from downtown. They asserted dominance, especially on the defensive end. Holding the Nuggets to a paltry 15 points in the second quarter, they maintained control throughout the game. Despite subdued performances from Jaden McDaniels and Mike Conley, the Timberwolves displayed depth and resilience. The Nuggets find themselves grappling with a looming injury cloud, with key players such as Kentavious Caldwell-Pope, Reggie Jackson, and Jamal Murray listed as questionable. Conversely, the Timberwolves enter the fray with a full roster, bolstering their depth and options. Their playoff journey thus far has been defined by defensive prowess, stifling opponents, and disrupting offensive rhythm. Following their success against the Suns, they have continued their defensive dominance against the Nuggets. With Anthony Edwards and Karl Anthony Towns leading the charge, the Timberwolves have exploited the Nuggets' vulnerabilities, leaving them scrambling for answers. Their depth and adaptability have emerged as key strengths, rendering the Nuggets' bench productivity wanting. The Nuggets find themselves in dire straits, staring down the barrel of a near must-win situation against a red-hot Timberwolves outfit. After a humbling defeat in the previous encounter, one can expect the Nuggets to come out swinging, fueled by a sense of redemption and urgency. Despite their recent struggles, one would be remiss to discount the defending champions' resilience and pedigree. However, the Timberwolves' defensive tenacity, coupled with their playoff momentum, poses a formidable challenge. Compounded by injury woes, the Nuggets face an uphill battle to turn the tide in their favor. The Timberwolves have emerged as unexpected contenders in these playoffs, defying expectations with their gritty performances. Buoyed by a fervent home crowd, they are poised to maintain their momentum. The Nuggets, on the other hand, find themselves on shaky ground, with uncertainty looming over their prospects. While the line remains reasonable, the Timberwolves are poised to capitalize on their momentum, so the Minnesota Timberwolves to win and cover the spread as favorites is our full game side pick. Both encounters in this series have fallen short of the projected total, largely attributed to the Timberwolves' suffocating defense. Their ability to dictate the tempo and stifle offensive threats has been a recurring theme. As the playoffs intensify, defensive intensity escalates, making scoring opportunities hard to come by. The Timberwolves' defensive efficiency has been a cornerstone of their success, evident in their ability to limit the Nuggets' scoring output. With adjustments expected from the Nuggets, particularly on the defensive end, a low-scoring affair is on the cards. Therefore, under the projected total is our full game total pick. That's all for now, so if you have any other games you would like reviewed, then leave a comment down below with the game you would like analyzed. Subscribe to our channel, leave a like on this video, and we'll get to it as soon as we possibly can. We would also love to hear your opinion on the picks presented to you in this video, whether you agree or disagree with them, so leave a comment down below and do let us know.